So now it's time to make our triple raspberry soufflés. Now we're going to take soufflé cups, and these are 4 ounce, so about half a cup, but you can use bigger ones or smaller ones if you want. I'm going to spray them with nonstick cooking spray. Usually this is done with butter, but we're doing it very low fat. All right, put a little sugar, just take a little granulated sugar, put it in there, about a teaspoon or 2, and sort of roll it around. Okay, get rid of the excess and put it into a roasting pan, and we're going to put some hot boiling water in here so that we'll keep the eggs from overcooking once they're in the oven. So we're going to set that aside, and then we're ready to go for our soufflés. So now we're ready to make our soufflés, and we've separated our egg whites from our egg yolks, remember, and now we're going to get our 4 egg yolks beaten up with an electric mixer till they're nice and pale yellow. They're really the perfect food. Not only are they nutritious, but they puff up and they can actually absorb a lot of air. So we're going to be making an egg foam and a lighter meringue using egg whites with the sugar and a very light custard with the egg yolks and our raspberry puree from our raspberry sauce. I'm going to add that in. It's going to turn a beautiful ruby red. It's about a half a cup. And that's it for that. Okay, the most important part of our soufflé is the egg foam. And that's with the whites beaten until they get nice and foamy. Remember, they hold air. The egg whites hold air, and so do the yolks. But wait till you see the egg whites when we're done with them. Look how foamy they have gotten. Look how foamy. Now when they get to soft peaks, we're going to start adding about 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And the key is adding it slowly, about a tablespoon at a time. Because I only have one hand, I'm using 6 tablespoons in here, and I'm just going to add it very slowly. Now we're not there yet. That's what's so incredible about the egg. When they call it the incredible egg, they're not kidding. It coagulates. It's going to take the air that we beat into it when we put it into a 425-degree oven, and it's actually going to help that air expand and help poof up that soufflé and help it to rise. And there's no fat in the white, so it's perfect. So I'm going to slowly start adding about a tablespoon of sugar. You don't want to overbeat them because you'll end up with soap suds. That's what they look like. They look like soap suds if you beat too much air into them. But the good thing about adding sugar actually prevents you from overbeating your whites because the sugar granules get caught in that protein matrix of the egg whites and actually prevents the overbeating. So they actually look really nice and silky. See how nice they look? I'm going to add a little bit more and rotate it. Go full throttle on this, as high as your mixer can go. You want to get a lot of air in here. And the albumin, which is what the egg white's made of, is really strong, so it's going to hold a lot of air. It can handle it. Start finishing off adding the rest of my sugar. There you go, all of it. And keep going. I always say soufflés wait for nobody, so you have to be ready to eat them when they come out. All right, you see how it's getting nice and thick? All right, let's see how we did. Oh, nice. Okay, so we are ready. Going to unplug. We're going to take our yolks, and this is the trick to making a successful soufflé. Get a big bowl, bigger than you think you need, and put your egg yolks with your raspberry puree in first. So you always want to put light on top of heavy. And this is the heavier part of our soufflé. This is the base or our flavoring agents of our soufflé. And then I'm going to add just a dollop of our egg white. Not a lot of it, just a little bit. And these egg whites are basically going to sacrifice themselves for the team, so to speak. And we're going to give give them an opportunity to lighten. See how much lighter those egg yolks are now? A little bit lighter because they have the whipped meringue in them. All right, so now that we've lightened it up, put the whisk down. Don't use the whisk anymore. And use your rubber spatula. That's what you want to use. This is the tool of the moment. And you're going to put the light meringue on top. And get it all out. And now you're going to fold really, really gently around from the bottom and turn your pan around, turn your bowl around, and just sort of rotate and go right through the center and lift from the bottom. And you want to do this relatively quickly because you don't want to lose any air. All right, I think that's done. So now we're going to get our pan ready to go into the oven. And we're going to take each one of our souffle cups and fill it. Okay, we're going to divide them up evenly. And this is easy. You don't need any collars. You don't need anything. No fancy schmancy stuff. But you're making a fancy schmancy dessert without any effort. Okay, so now I'm going to scrape out my bowl because I don't like to waste any bit of this. And I'm going to put the rest in. Remember, we boiled water before, and we're going to put that into our pan so that we keep our cooking temperature nice and even. And if you want to, you can smooth around the edges and sort of spread them out. Some people and some chefs like to just take their finger and sort of go around like that, and it helps it when it rises, it goes straight up. So I'm going to put them on the rack, and it should be right in the middle. I'm going to take my water, and I'm just going to gently fill about an inch up the sides, just being very careful that I'm not getting this into the soufflés. About an inch up the sides. Do it very slowly. It's just going to help them cook nice and gently. All right, when you're there, slowly slide them in without sloshing the water around. This is a 425-degree oven for about 13 to 16 minutes until they're puffed and lightly golden brown, and then we're going to blast them with some confectioner's sugar. Ooh, they're going to be good. I think our soufflés are done. Oh, beautiful. Look how puffy they are. Oh, wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So we're going to blast them with a little sugar. Oh. Ha. Ta-da! That look nice? I'd love to thank Jude Norton for our raffle winner from Hannaford, because she just did a wonderful job opening up her home and allowing all of us to come in. And we want to thank Hannaford and the 3-star guiding stars for helping me create this wonderful three-course meal that was absolutely
phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And you heard it from Jude herself. So we had a great time, and I'm just so glad we could come to her house. And when am I coming back?
Well, when are you available?
We'll have to come to Hannaford and do this some more often because we're having such a good time. So I think I've made a new friend.
Thank you, Hannaford.
Thank you.